Hello students, welcome to Paragraph Palooza. Before we get started, just go ahead and give yourself a big pat on the back because you have finally finished gathering your research and now it's time to start writing your papers. So as we prepare to write, I want to give you some clear instructions on what should be in your paragraphs. So these are the two main parts to every research-based paragraph. We have the concrete details and then we have the commentary. The concrete details is what you have been working so hard over the past couple weeks to gather. This is the information that you found in your research, and then putting this information into your own words, paraphrasing it, and organizing it into categories, either using OneNote for some of you and then using index cards for those of you who chose to do that. So this part is mostly already done. You just need to figure out what pieces of your research you want to put into paragraphs. Now the commentary is where you're going to have to add more, where you're really going to be doing the writing of your research paper. So the commentary is going to be explaining the importance or the relevance of these facts. It's your interpretation or your evaluation of why these facts are important. Why are you including them in your paper? So there are going to be 4 parts to your paragraphs. 1, the concrete details, so that's the facts, that's what you already have. 2, the commentary. This is going to be explaining why these facts are important. How do these facts contribute to your person's legacy? And then 3, you're going to add a topic sentence. A topic sentence is going to introduce your paragraph's contents. What are you writing about in this paragraph? What do you want the reader to remember by the time that he or she gets to the end of the paragraph? And then transitions. These are just going to help our paragraphs flow smoothly, make our paper run together nicely. So what I'm going to do in this video is write a paragraph using my facts so that you can kind of see the process of creating these well-structured paragraphs. Now, in order to create well-structured paragraphs for this essay, we need to link back all of our facts to the legacy, because remember, your whole point is trying to prove how your person's life, different pieces of his or her life, contributed and shaped the legacy that he or she left behind. So for our example today, I'm going to be using Walt Disney. So here I have written Walt Disney's legacy. Now you all have written your legacy, so you know what you're working toward. So here's what I have. Walt Disney changed the way the world viewed entertainment by adding sound and color to animation, creating the first animated feature films, and designing a theme park greater than any of its kind. Now, as I begin to write my paragraphs, what I'm going to do is start with my facts. So I'm going to transition over to a OneNote that I have created. As you can see here, I am in the childhood tab. These are the 5 categories that I have. And so I'm in childhood. That's where I'm going to start. Now here I have some facts. So let's kind of take a look at these facts and figure out which ones are going to fit well into one paragraph. Now remember, a paragraph should just be about one topic. So for the first one, I have, to make extra money, Walt would sell his drawings to neighbors. Okay, so I'm thinking that's going to be a good fact to link back to the legacy piece of the animation, okay? Then I have here, Walt attended the McKinley High School in Chicago. Here he pursued his art career by studying art and photography. Okay, again, that's going to be really helpful with that animation part of the legacy. So I think I may want to use those 2 facts for sure in this paragraph. All right, now let's look at some other facts here. I have Walt's father was strict and his family did not have much money. Despite this, Walt's mother and older brother encouraged him to pursue his talents. So I'm thinking maybe I would want that in a separate paragraph about how his family encouraged him. But that doesn't necessarily have to do with art. Here I have, as Walt grew older, he began to love and appreciate nature and wildlife and family and community. Yeah, that doesn't really have to do with my theme of art, so I'm going to probably leave that one out of this paragraph. And then down here you can see I have some information about where and when he was born and his family. And again, that doesn't necessarily have to do with art. So I'm going to stick to these 2 facts right here. These are the facts I'm going to include in my paragraph. So I am just going to go ahead and copy these over onto a blank, let's just go ahead and recenter this for you. T. There we go. Okay, I am going to just have a blank piece right down here. Copy this right on in. And then I am also going to use these facts right here about his high school. All right, and we'll make this a little bit bigger for you so you can see it's so tiny. Okay. So I have, to make extra money, Walt would often sell his drawings to neighbors, and then Walt attended the McKinley High School in Chicago. Here he pursued his art career by studying art and photography. Now, one thing I also want you to consider, if there's a way to make your sentences more concise, take it. So I am going to change this fact to Walt Disney attended the McKinley High School in Chicago, where he pursued his art career by studying art and photography. Okay. Now, what I want to do is add a topic sentence. So this whole paragraph is about his passion for art even at a young age. So I'm going to say that. What if we say, even at a young age, Walt demonstrated a passion for art. Okay, so there I have my topic sentence. Now, this is an example of this passion, right? He would sell his drawings. He was interested in that even when he was young. So I'm going to add the transition here, for example, to make extra money. Walt would sell his drawings to neighbors. Now, I have this other piece that is another example of his passion for art. So I'm going to add here the transition also. Walt also attended the McKinley High School in Chicago, where he pursued his art career by studying art and photography. The last thing that I'm going to add is one last piece of commentary. Why does this matter? How does this prepare him for the future, or help him to achieve the goals that he set for himself? And so I think that these art pieces really are going to be contributing to the animation piece of his legacy. So I want to say that. So I'm going to write some commentary right here, and I am going to say both of these opportunities helped prepare him for his future in animation. Okay. So now I have my paragraph. I have added a topic sentence, I have added a sentence of commentary, and I have added some transitions to make it flow a little bit more smooth. So this is what you are going to be doing as you are writing your papers, as you are putting those facts into paragraphs. As you're doing that, the first 3 paragraphs that you write, I'm going to have you do an activity. So you can kind of check your work and say, okay, am I really getting this? Can I identify all of these pieces in my paragraph? So I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing, and then I'm going to do it right now as an example for you. So right here, we have the paragraph quality check, okay? You're going to choose 3 paragraphs of your paper. Probably the first 3 is you're just now getting into the rough draft writing. And the first thing you're going to do is highlight all concrete details. So let's come on back over here. And so my concrete details are those facts, those things I kind of just copy and pasted right out of the research. So I have this sentence right here, and then this one up here. Okay, these are my concrete details. Highlight all of that. And it said highlight in yellow, so there they are, highlighted in yellow. Now, my next task is to change my commentary to red. So I'm going to come back over here. Now, this is my commentary. I'm going to change this to red. All right. Now these are your own words too, but now this is your topic sentence. So we're going to come on over here and change my topic sentence to blue. Go ahead and do that. And then last but not least, the instructions ask you to underline your transitions. So we have added 2 transitions to this. We have, for example, and we have also. And so this is a clear way for you to see whether or not you have all the parts to a well-structured paragraph. I am excited for you to get started your writing, and I look forward to all of your paragraphs.